my name is Emma, this is Emma Rosen Books, and in today's video I wanted to talk to you about sell sheets. Now this was actually suggested in the community tab on this channel by Evie Courtland, so thank you very much. And I thought this was a really great suggestion for a video. Now if you guys ever want me to cover anything in particular, do just let me know in the comments or send me a message on social media, and if I can then I will. But I thought this was a good one because sell sheets form a part of your media kit, and actually the only part of the media kit that I use are sell sheets. I actually haven't set up any of the rest of it. But I'm going to explain a little bit more about what all that means. So first of all, your media kit, or it can be called a press kit, is basically a selection of documents that you might have on your website, or you might have it in like a file sharing program, so that you can use it for booksellers or press or someone who's going to interview you, or if you're kind of tendering for some work and you want to send all of your information to somebody, and there'll be a number of documents with everything that somebody needs to know. So the kind of things you might have is you might have a bio, you might have a selection of images, sort of press media, headshot, that kind of stuff. You might have things like reviews on there. You'll obviously have information about your product and the things that you do. You'll obviously have information about your product and the things that you do. You might have things like suggested interview questions. Basically, you can have a look online, you can just Google it, and you will find loads of blogs and templates and examples as well of other people's media kits, so you can get an idea of what other people include and see what you want to use. Now personally, like I said, I only use the sell sheet because it's all I've ever needed, and I tend to create things when I need them. I also don't have my media kit on my website. Well, I don't have a media kit, but I don't have my sell sheets on my website because they're more aimed at booksellers or, like I say, kind of press type things. So if you were trying to be on a podcast or any of that kind of thing, I just don't have them on my website. It's more a kind of contact me if you would like them situation. At some point I might put together the rest of the press kit and put it all in a file sharing system, but as of now I haven't done that. So the sell sheets for me, as I say, these are the ones that were very useful for me, are documents. I have them as PDFs because then they're easy to share, and obviously they don't lose their formatting and all that kind of thing. The sell sheets are A4 documents about each of your products. So I have one for each of my books, and they give all of the information, like I said, that somebody would need to know if they were thinking about ordering your book. So I use these, for instance, if I'm approaching an independent bookshop and I don't know them and I want to say, these are my books, this is who I am, so I can write them a nice email and just say all of the information about the books is attached. So I use it for that. Or, like I say, if I was approaching somebody for some work in another way, but actually I think personally I've only used them for booksellers. I have made a video about how to get your book into bookshops, and this is a useful resource for that. And actually, I tell you who else I've used it for, is getting my book into libraries, and I've made a video about that as well, so go and check that out. But yeah, it's just a useful document just to be able to say, here's everything. It means that you don't forget something when you're trying to tell them about your book. Everything's there. It's also quite useful if you personally are trying to find the information that you need about your book. You can just open it. Yep, there we go. There's, did you need to know how big your book was, or couldn't remember the ISBN, or whatever it is. So it's all there. Anyway, I'm going to show you mine, but there's loads out there. Like I say, you can find them on some people's websites, you can find templates, you can find examples. So have a look at what information other people include, and it's always a personal thing. How do you want to lay it out? Exactly what do you want to put on it? I used to have interview questions on mine, but I took that off because it felt clunky, especially since I'm mostly using it for bookshops. I mean, it is something that you can just change if you want to. So yeah, I'll show you my ones as a way of example.
Okay, so I thought I would show you my sell sheets by way of example. With these, I just created them in Pages because I use a Mac, but you could do it in Word and then just convert to a PDF in case you want to email them. I've also given out hard copies of these, so it just depends. But there's loads of templates online, there's loads of examples of these, And so you can just see what kind of information you want to put in, what kind of layout works for you. This is what I've gone for. I'm not saying this is perfect, but I just think it's helpful to see what other people have done. So for this one, I've put the title of the book, I've put the blurb, and then I put the full wrap of the book so that you can see the front and the back cover. Now, because the book is white, I've then put a black border around it. And then I included this picture so you can see how the book actually looks. And I kind of like this picture. So this just gives you an idea of the physical copy of the book. Then I've put in ordering information, so everything that a bookseller would need to know. So I've put in the ISBN, the publishing company, that's my company, the book size, what format it's available in, how many pages it is, what the age range is, and then where it's available for a bookseller. So from Ingram, Gardner's and Bertram's, my ebook for this one is only on Kindle. I'm exclusive on Kindle for this book. The recommended retail prices of those, and the fact that the book is available and the release date was the 12th of September 2019. So that means if they wanted to buy this book, they've got everything that they need to know there to, know what the size of the book and all the information about it and where they can get it from. So I've got that. Then I've got my own biography. This is my standard biography that you'll find on Amazon or Goodreads or wherever. I might change this at some point. I'd actually like to get some proper author headshots done at some point when I can kind of invest in that. This is just a crop from a family photo shoot that we had, and I checked with a photographer and he didn't mind me just cropping out. I just like this, but actually, this isn't a great headshot because I'm not looking at the camera. You can kind of barely see my face. It's not ideal, but I just, at the time when I used this, because this is just my standard photo that I use for my bios, it just seemed a bit arty. But yeah, I would like to change that and do something where I'm a little bit clearer. Then I've got my contact information, I've got my email address, I've got my website, so they can then go on there and find everything out that they need to as well from there. I do also put my phone number on this. I'm covering it up just because I prefer my phone number not to be in wide distribution, but obviously if you're giving this to a bookseller, or somebody that you're maybe doing a podcast for, or you need to use this for publicity, then they will need to know your phone number. So I do have that on there. I'm going to show you the one for milk as well. So for milk, it's ever so slightly different. Let's move that over. You've got the same thing. You've got the title and then the blurb. On this one, I've only put one picture of the book. I've got this kind of arty representation, which my book designer did as like a mock-up for me, which I think it shows the front and the back of the book and how thick it is and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's enough. And because the blurb is longer, I feel like on the other one I wanted to fill the space with more pictures, but on this one I didn't feel that I needed to do that. So I've only got that one picture. Then again, the same ordering information, so the ISBNs, the publisher, the size, the formats, the pages, where it's available from. Actually, I need to add on there where the ebook is available from. That's a bit of an omission, but there we are. It's actually available from lots of places, so maybe that's why I haven't put it. So then the recommended retail prices and the fact that it's available. Again, the same bottom part of the sell sheet.
So I hope you found that useful. I think sell sheets are really handy when you're approaching people to sell your book or market your book. They're just, a useful resource to put together and not that hard to put together by just creating it in some kind of word processor and then converting it to a PDF. It's pretty easy. So let me know if you have any questions or if you have any information about sell sheets or media kits or any resources. Please do put it in the comments. It's always good when the comments are a little bit of a resources and information place. Please hit like if you found this video useful and subscribe if you haven't already. So I will see you all soon for another video. Take care.